Okay, this is a book I bought a while ago, and I just had a quick unboxing of it. But now I have studied the book and I have made my mind about it. This is called How to Grow Your Own Nuts. Of course, nuts has a naughty meaning that is not concerned here. We are not talking about those kind of nuts, and we are talking about edible nuts that you can find and grow and eat. And it's written by Martin Crawford, and it's published in Britain by Green Books. And the price of it, I have to look in my invoice to see how much I paid for it. Yeah, I paid for it £17.49, which is about 22 pound 22 American dollar, US dollar. Canadian dollar, I don't know how much it will be. Something a little bit more, probably 23, 24, depending on the exchange rate. Okay, 17.5 pound. It's a beautiful book. It's a lovely hardback and full color, beautiful. For the price, is really valuable. And it has many things, including how to plant your trees in a way that they form a wind barrier as a windbreak. And it discusses in detail how to protect your trees, how to protect the branches, how the squirrels or main pests of the nuts, what are they? I know that as a fact because I have a hazelnut tree that sometimes I have to share it with the squirrels and even rats. How to do grafting of them, how to grow it from seeds, how to collect it, their equipment, all kind of equipment. You don't need practically this kind of equipment, but the thing about the walnuts, for example, this is equipment for collecting walnut, is that walnut's skin can stain your hands. It gets black, kind of brownish black, and it goes after 2-3 weeks, of course, but it's a very good color. They use it in the past. They use it in the tanning of the leather and in using it in textile industry. And they don't come like this, so the skin can't fall off after a long time. But usually when you collect it, the skin is attached to it, and they can easily stain your hand. You can dry them, of course, if you don't live in a dry place. That there is no good season of dryness. And yeah, all kind of things. I'm from a region ancestrally in Caspian Sea region, in Persia, in Iran, that these kind of things are native to there. Almond, for example, walnut. Here, you mentioned here, Asia, Iran, Turkey, Syria, Iraq, Pakistan, Afghanistan, all these kind of areas that's called in geography, called the plateau of Iran. They come from there. So people really grow them. It's very common. A walnut tree can be a good source of income for someone. One single walnut tree, you can live with it, like, practically with the income of walnut tree, and it has a good value. And you collect it and you make a good money in the autumn. Almond the same. Almond is expensive. One of the most expensive nuts is actually almond. And I have grown with these things around me. I mean, when we go to our granddad and grandma in the past. And so these are very well known. Most of this, you will see a lot of mention of the region around the Iranian plateau and the Iran and the Persia and all those places that the nuts grow. And after studying, I must say this book is really excellent. It's also not just the traditional nuts. Pecan nuts, these are from Brazil and South America and North America. So you learn a lot more than what you need to make, even how to make a flour. Flour making by the oak. And very good book. I must say this is the best book I've seen in these subjects. There's so many other varieties of nuts that is mentioned here. I didn't know they have so many varieties of hazelnut. They're all here, including, believe it or not, some pine seeds you can eat. And after reading the book, which is really a pleasant, joyful read, I must say, I came to the conclusion that these nuts are suitable for me in the UK climate. Kent cobnut, hazelnut practically, Robgin almond, which is good for here, Marion Dolion, sweet chestnut. I love chestnut in the Caspian Sea. Sweet chestnut is the best. We have in our town also sweet chestnut somewhere. It's a secret site for I know where it is. And I try every year to go there around September to beat the squirrels and harvesting some of this. And the other variety of the nuts I want is the walnut broadview, which is very good. And in the Friday 6th of the January 2017, which I was studying, also pomegranate Provence, hardy sweet. This is the pomegranate I may grow here in Britain. So all in all, I think this is a lovely book. I recommend if you want to buy it or if you have a library around you. I've not seen it in libraries, but if there is a library who has it or you can order it for you, go for it. It's better to have it. It's not very expensive. The equipment for cracking the nuts, of course, is here. And you can use just a hammer and a stone or anything. Sometimes you can even just do it by hand. There is a kind of walnut in Iran called paper thin. And just break it by hand. It's easy. So this is a book about nuts. If you want to grow nuts, and I'm going to do it, hopefully when I get a bigger space for allotment orchard and everything, I may grow this. And there are walnuts and other nuts, chestnut, sweet chestnut, and hazelnut that actually do give you fruit in 2-3 years. That's a good thing now because of the development in the study of genetics of the plants. We can now have this kind of luxury of the plants, which usually took many years, many decades actually, to come to fruition. Now you can have it in 2, 3, 4, 5 years to fruition. It's a book that you have to buy probably. It's a joy to read. It's a beautiful book, and it's by Martin Crawford. And you know now what is it.